J Media.
Welcome back to Ignyte Your podcast. I'm your host, Austin T. Gullett, and we're here to have genuine conversations with authentic people to help amplify their voice and figure out what ignites their why. Today, we have a special co-host today, Mr. Devohn Jackson. We are super excited to have this conversation today because we are going to talk about perfectionism and how it is detrimental to our mental health. Let's be completely honest.
Man, boy, look, and shout out right now is the end of June as we are recording this. So shout out to Men's Mental Awareness Month. Gotta make sure shout out to the gym, to the men, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you take care of yourself up here.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I just did on Friday. I literally just went back to therapy for the first time in three and a half months.
Yes. How was it? So, it was good. I know we got things to hit, but I just wanted to know how it went.
It was amazing. Honestly, like, it's one of those things where you never realize how deep of a hole you dig yourself into until you're just like, and like, I knew it was time because it's like when I'm like trying not to get emotional talking about it because it's just a lot has been like happening over the last 3 months. So it's just like one of those things where the nightly thoughts that people have became daily thoughts, like all day. It got to a point where didn't want to do anything, sit at home just watching TV, don't have the energy to like go outside. And it's like when you go to work, you're putting on this facade that like everything's great and you're smiley and bubbly, and it just exhausts you to a point where you're just like, okay, like I'm done. Like I don't have anything else to give. And I think it's just the restart of a journey of healing.
Yeah.
So it's really allowing myself to feel. I think that's the thing I don't do, is allow myself to do that. So we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned.
You got it, my brother. You got it. But did you want to go ahead and give us a rundown of what we got going on with perfectionism today?
Of course. The biggest thing I struggle with in life is trying to be a perfectionist.
Man, and retweet. I know, look, it ain't just you, bro. Yes. Stop. Retweet.
You all voted for this topic because we put it into our Instagram channel. So if you're not following us on Instagram right now, go follow us because we have an Instagram channel. It's honestly on my personal one because I don't know why it let me create one on my personal one, but not my like podcast page. But either way, they collab together. So follow my personal page to get to the channel because that's where I drop gems and ask you guys for suggestions and things of that nature. But perfectionism. So like, what is perfectionism? Perfectionism is just trying to do everything the right way and trying to make things 100% flawless. I was trying not to use perfect in the definition.
No, I feel you.
It's hard to do.
Yeah, it is because like to really hit it home, you have to find like another word of perfect. And it's like, this is just the best way. So just go ahead and hit it. So yeah, like you were saying there. So, the illusion, I guess, of perfectionism, what would you say that like a lot of people are honestly having issues with in that note? Like, I mean, like personally for me, I'm like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, for me, it's mostly, I could probably give you a quick snippet of just the stream stuff here. And I'm like, oh man, my overlay didn't save the right way. So I want to do it another way and this way to make sure this looks just right. Man, hit record, man. Stop playing, Vaughn. So, I mean, again, I need to even practice what I preach. But what would you say, though? What would you say?
I think when you think of perfectionism, it shows up in many facets of life, right? Whether it's professional or personally, it shows up in different walks of life. And a lot of the times you don't realize it's perfectionism until you get to the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, and the continuous of like pushing things off. So like, for instance, like professionally, like when it comes to this podcast, like you can easily say it happens all the time because you, especially in society of where we live and like the world we live in right now, it's so easy to kind of want to be perfect because you're chasing Instagram likes or listens or views or followers or whatever it may be. And it's easy to get into that rabbit hole of like, oh, I posted this and I only got 1 like. And it's
okay. So you think like that engagement is a lot where people are getting stuck at and not really just diving into fully just like, hey, I'm doing this because I want to. Okay, I'm seeing you.
You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for other people. And that's where it gets hard. Because when you're trying to please other people, that's where you're going to struggle the most because it's impossible to do.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
impossible to make everyone like what you're doing or appreciate what you're doing. It's just one of those things where you're going to constantly battle and beat yourself up because you're trying to live up to their expectations. But when you're doing that, you're putting even higher expectations on yourself.
Okay, so do you have any quick advice in this spot right now, just to find ways to get past that there? Because I mean, personally, I mean, I know like for me, again, like I was saying, it's more the overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't I guess find myself having an issue with that, but I technically haven't gotten to that point because I haven't recorded anything to make shorts of anything yet, or at least most things. I made some things, but nothing too long, at least, to really put anything out there. But even that's what I'm saying to myself now. Maybe I
Yeah.
do, and I just got it in the chamber waiting to go.
I think it's hard to give advice on a topic that you struggle with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how can I sit here and say, like, oh, this is how you conquer perfectionism when it's something I struggle with
I see you.
daily?
So then let me rephrase the question then. So instead of how are some ways people can get past it, what is one of the biggest things that are holding you back in your content?
Holding me back?
Yes.
Myself.
Like,
It's
so the
literally
biggest thing is
myself.
yourself.
It's an internal battle. And I've said it before, is like you're constantly looking at other people and their successes, because like social media is a sexy highlight reel. I've said it on this podcast like 5 million times, and I will continue to say it over and over again. You're always going to see the people's glows on social media. It's going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. And I
Yeah.
think that's why I try to be so transparent when I have this podcast, is like I'm keeping it real. Like I
Yeah.
struggle, and it's one of those things where you want the perfect content and you want to be able to give a product that makes other people proud, but when you lose sight on that, it's you're really losing yourself. Because when you're doing something passionate, it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be something that is challenging and taxing. Like, yes, there's always going to be challenges in life because life be life in, but it's also, you got to have that, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. And it's
Yeah.
hard. I think it's hard because the things you go through in life train your brain to think a certain way. And when I think of my perfectionism, like, I don't know about you, but can you pinpoint like where you think your perfectionism came from?
Where it came from? To be honest, it's tough to pinpoint personally. Like I have enough now, I would say like emotional intelligence to recognize where I'm finally getting stuck at now. Like from
Mm-hmm.
my end, it's just like I've always like if something else is going on in my life, I'm like, okay, well, I can't post or do something about this here because then it seems like I'm not paying attention or, focus on this part when it's like that's not the case. This has already been in the chamber. I'm just trying to find time that is
Mm-hmm.
not, and I'm like, why am I trying to find that time? Just go ahead and do it. Who
Just
cares or
do it, like
whatever.
Nike said. We are
Hey,
not sponsored by Nike, but
oh,
that check,
that check.
literally that
Well,
check,
give it to
right?
us, and then we was talking.
Nah, when I think of the pinpoint for me, it's
Mm-hmm.
sports. 100%.
Mm. Elaborate.
Like, no other way around it. I feel like growing up, I was like a very, very athletic child. I don't like to hype myself up, but I was a beast. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was a baller. But like when you're playing on like 3 different basketball teams and you're playing baseball and you have these coaches that hold you to high standards, it's like
Uh-huh.
when you have a bad game, they're like chewing your ass out, or you make a mistake and they're constantly yelling at you. And I've mentioned this on this podcast before. It's just my coaches, when they yelled at me, I worked harder. So it's like when I was doing something good, I was being yelled at. When I did something bad, I was being yelled at. And it was constantly like one of those things where it was like, I'm just not good enough. So it was like
I see you.
engraved that I
I see
had
you.
to like try to be better, or I had to be perfect, because I knew if I made a mistake, it was gonna be like, Austin, like, chill, bro, chill. Like, I just scored 22 points. Like, what else do you want? Like, we won the game. But it's like, oh, you had 5 turnovers. We won the game. Like, what else do you want from me? So it's just like those little things. And like, you don't realize how those things transition into your everyday life. I saw it in school where it was like, if I got a B, I was pissed off. A B. Like, because I knew I could do
Man.
better.
Man,
And like, that was
I
the
ain't gonna lie.
thing.
I feel you. No, I feel you on that one, bro. I can't lie. I had a personal qualm going into high school, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I had 2 semesters in a row that I
Mm-hmm.
got all A's and 1B, and I was like, "This I'm good." And I don't think I ever got honor roll again. I can't lie to you.
What the fuck happened?
Bro, man, look, I thought I was a senior, bro. I thought I was a senior. Pardon me,
Yeah, that
I'm just missing.
senioritis as a junior.
Man, look, you could ask my mama. She would be like, "Boy, what you talking about? Can you skip school? You got to go to school. Your friends might be seniors, but you're not a senior." I said,
I'm weak. I
"What?
had
Really?
straight A's in high school, besides one class. I always got a B in that one class.
What
And
was
you
it?
guess what subject? Guess. Just guess what subject it was.
English."
Oh no, I love English.
Ah, dang. I thought we was gonna have a connection there. I thought we was gonna have a connection there. Never mind.
No, it's
That
the
was my
worst.
one that hit me with.
It's the
That was the
worst
one that hit me
subject in the world. Math.
with. Math. I was
Math
gonna
is the
say
worst
like
freaking subject in the
I used to
world.
love math. I can't lie to you, man. I used to
Yeah,
love
until the
math.
alphabet came into it, and then I was like, "Fuck this."
Well, no, see, the thing is, I wanted it. But then they didn't let me. But past
It's a
all
no
that
for me,
there,
dog. It's a no for me, dog.
because I ain't gonna get down that rabbit hole on you. I'm sorry. So we kind of already talked a little bit about the your personal story
Mm-hmm.
specifically. So now, how about some of the hidden cost of perfection? What are we looking at when someone wants to do that, or when they are doing that? Sorry.
When you think of the hidden cost of perfectionism, in reality, you're just stalling your dreams. Like you said it before, it's like you're always constantly looking for like the perfect thing to produce. And it's like by doing that, you're just holding out on yourself because maybe someone likes it, but you won't know unless you do it.
That's true. That's true. I
So,
love that. I love
like,
that.
perfectionism leads us like so many different things that when you think about it, like it can lead to like burnout or like just self doubt in general, where it's just like, oh. And you just make excuses. You just continue to make excuses for yourself, where it's just like, oh, it's not there
Yeah.
yet, or like I feel like I could do this, or I feel like I can do that, and I do it with my graphics all the time. I was like, I think it's missing something, and then I
So what
send
are
it
the
to someone, and
things?
they're like, this is amazing, and I'm like, oh,
It's like, oh,
well,
never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good.
just
We're
post
good.
it, just post it. And
Just
like
post it.
I think the biggest thing, like when I think of like just posting things and like where my perfectionism and coming to this podcast, I'm gonna shout out Kenny Glenn here for a second because I was
Hey,
talking
Kenny
to him
Glenn.
and I had this like Instagram aesthetic and I was so obsessed with it. I was like white
I ain't gonna
post,
lie. You
blue
know how I feel
post, or
about this edit.
and I was like, oh, like I was like, I just like couldn't find like my like I it like hurt me to like stop because I was like, I worked so hard to like make this look aesthetically pleasing, but then I was like, who am I doing this for? Like, no one goes to Ignite Your Y's Instagram and was like, oh, this page is sexy. Like, I like this. And I think it would be
Now I need a
different, like, if
meme.
I
I
was,
gotta see a meme now. Somebody going through. This is sexy.
but like, I think it would be different, like, if like I posted consistently and I was posting like 4 or 5 times a day. Then
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
the aesthetic wouldn't matter. And Kenny sent me this like post and he's like, don't just post, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
why are you like trying to be perfect? Don't be perfect, just post. And like ever
Just
since then I
post.
was just like, you're right. Like now when
Mm-hmm.
you go to like the Instagram page, I truly feel like you can tell it's a podcast because of like the reels and like just the different things. And I'm trying to be more consistent, but life be life in.
Hey, life be life, and that's where, look, we just got to take it as we can. Take the punches as they come. All right, so let's get into the power of getting started. What are some actions
Oof.
that we can use or do, I can say, to help build some momentum?
You know, it's gonna be a simple answer. Just start. Whether it's small, whether it's messy, it doesn't matter. Just do it because in reality, like you have more to gain from posting or starting or doing whatever it is than stalling. Because if you really try to think about this, like perfection is the enemy of progress.
Come on,
So
say it
if
again for
you're
people in the back.
perfection is the enemy of progress. when you're trying to better
You know what I'm saying?
yourself, when you're trying to become something bigger than what's already is, you
Mhm.
trying to be this perfect person is just being detrimental to your own self. And it fucks with you mentally. Like,
Yes,
it
it
really
does.
does.
It do.
It's
It really do.
stressful as fuck. Trying to be perfect all the time is stressful because it's like,
Yeah, man. You're right.
and I
You're
had this
right.
conversation with Rebecca, my therapist, where it's like, who are you trying to be perfect for? Like, and that's really what it comes down to is like,
That's the part that would have opened it up for me too. Wow, that's
who?
crazy. Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
are you doing it for you? Because
I
in
mean,
reality, we're really trying to be perfect for other people.
I was gonna say like even too like just to piggyback off of that, like you just said, like who are you trying to be perfect for? You? Okay. Hey, newsflash. Who cares?
No one. No, I wouldn't
Because
say no one.
no. I mean, no. But even for yourself,
It's
because like
harsh.
when you really even take it and zoom out, really,
Mm-hmm.
who cares? Because you're putting that out there. You're putting that part yourself out there. Yes, it might stick, but for the people who don't, trust me, they gonna swipe as quick as they can away from your content.
It's funny because like
Trust.
I look at the analytics on some shit and I'm just like, ooh, humble yourself. Because it's like,
I'm gonna have
look,
to
look.
actually look. I'm gonna have to log
No,
in too and look, bro. No, I got to. I got
no.
to.
Because there's some times where it's like it tells you like the watch time, and I'm just like, oh, it dips off at like a certain time,
It's
and
like,
it's like, and you look at those, and you're just like, it's like I wouldn't say gut wrenching because like I feel like I've gotten to a point where like I could care less, but like before it would have been like, what can I do to make this better? Like why don't people like this? And
mm-hmm,
I think it's just hard. I think one of the things I struggle with the most is like you expect your family and like your friends and like people that are close
mm-hmm.
to you to be like some of your biggest supporters. But in reality, like that's not the case, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No,
And it's
yeah.
not to say that they don't care, they don't support you, but it's like I don't know how to really explain it. It's like they know you and it's like they know you're doing good things and they support you. But the most people that kind of like share your content and the people you reach are strangers.
Yeah.
Like those are the people that help grow your stuff more because like I feel guilty asking people to share my stuff, like my close friends, where I'm just like, oh, like, can you share this? Like it feels
Yeah.
like I'm begging, like, oh my gosh, I'm desperate, but I'm not. Like it's just like I want this
Yeah.
to grow and like I'm passionate about it, and it can be a little like defeating in a sense when you like are just like, damn, like, is it not good enough? And that's where this perfectionism come in. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you're looking
You hit
for
a good point there though. I wanted
yeah.
to actually hit on really quick was what was that again? Oh, I'm so sorry. It was really good. Dang, if it comes back to me, never mind, brother. If
Was
it
it when
comes
I
back to
said
me.
like like you would expect people like close to you to share your shit?
Yes, is to deal with that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to see when someone that you know is doing something that seems maybe either out of the ordinary or not
Mm-hmm.
what they normally would do. And so that's where it's really hard to at first at least get the people that you know and then seeing like hey that they don't do as much and again like they see you in a whole nother light and so that's
Mm-hmm.
where I think to even for you personally even for me that's where we can lean into that more because then it's like cool it's not for y'all because if it was
Yeah.
just for y'all I would just be going to y'all and talking to y'all
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be actually putting this out on the interweb to actually reach more people so
Not the
like
interweb.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
Sorry.
look, no, you good. I just couldn't think of another word at the time. I ain't even gonna
The
lie to
internet.
you. Man, look, it's been a long day, brother. A long
Yeah.
day.
I
But
hear
like
you.
that, I think that really is where me and you, honestly, can really look at like pouring more into social media, the content in itself. It's like, okay, let me take all the people that I know out of it. They don't even exist.
Yeah.
Now, how am I reaching that next person? How am I reaching the people beyond them? Because, hey, if we're doing the right things, we're posting enough, the algorithm go algorithm. You mess
Yeah.
with the algorithm, it's going algorithm. But you also,
Consistency.
too, exactly, consistency and a couple other, nuggets and stuff in there. But I think that's one thing that we both can honestly look at and really like pour into is just, okay, cool. Like, yes, we have our immediate friends and family and all that we can ask to do this, but then like when they don't, that's okay
Yeah.
because it's not for them. You're just asking them to help get that little extra reach. Past that, after they do that 1, 2, 3 times, hey, they helped you out at the time that they felt like they need to.
Yeah.
Past that, it's what you do. It's what we do. It's
And I
what
think about it too, is like I've been doing this for 4 years. So it's
like
like in the beginning, like the hype was there, like, because it's new, it's fresh, but then it's like, okay, like
sustainability now. How do we sustain?
Yeah, it's just like, okay, like I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
See, I need to hear what I'm saying, baby.
I hear what you're saying. I hear it, but
it's coming loud and clear.
But it resonating, that's a different story.
Nah, it just went out the other ear.
I feel like that's the thing with therapy is like we talk about the same shit, and I'm just like, I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you. I
yes.
do.
Yes.
It's just hard for it to.
Man, hunker down,
to sink
get
in.
Get into it. Well, do you want to then get into now some encouragement, some mind shifts that we can get into?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like you have to reframe how you think.
Okay.
Like that's the biggest thing when it comes down to perfectionism is like embrace the journey, because when you're trying to be perfect, you're afraid of failing, and when you fail, you grow. Because I always tell people, I said it on, I think I said it like two episodes ago. Like we don't take losses.
I was even gonna say myself too. I was gonna say myself too, actually.
Yeah, like
the mindset. Those mindset. Sorry, also on me. I'll cut you off from there, but
no, you're good. You're good.
I was like, I know I'm gonna forget it this time. But subtle plug. Go back and listen to the episode. The episode takeover that I had. We talked about the experimental mindset. And I think that is a really big thing that we can do to help us get out of that mundane or so. But I just wanted to add that piece in there because I was like,
oh, no, you're good.
That'd be perfect. Perfect. So sorry, Alice.
Because it's true. Because I'd say it all the time is like, we don't take losses, we take lessons. And in lessons, we grow. And the only way you can become a better version of yourself is by having those failures. Because if you continuously succeed, what are you learning? Like you don't learn when you win. Right. What like winning's awesome, but if you win every single game, like you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna grow. And I think about sports, it's like if you're constantly winning, like whatever you're doing is working. But then when you take that loss, not a loss, it's a lesson. When you take that first L, like it's just like it wakes you up, and you're just like, what can I do differently?
Yeah.
And it's just like those little, it's the mind shift of just like knowing that like progression is better than perfection. So like keep that in mind. Progression is better than perfection, because I'd rather grow and learn and fail than continuously try to be this perfect person for no one. Yeah. Like it's really just more stress on yourself, and it's something that I still am struggling with. And I know I'm like talking about it, and it's like I'm hearing myself say these things, but doing those things is a lot harder.
It is it's
because
tough.
You have to retrain your brain to think a certain.
And so what do you think of some steps that some people can do? If not, I got a couple of pointers that I would normally always float out. And what are some things that are helping me out getting some things moving in my court? I wanted so with my perfectionism and a lot of that, I really wanted everything to just be ready to go, so that then when I hit record, it's ready. Like we just on, and it's rocking and rolling. And so when I found out that my streaming software actually kind of reset itself, and so I didn't have any of my old like setups or anything, I was like, my God, I'm gonna have to go through and do this again. And I'm like, no. That just let me know that what I was doing before was too much. Let's keep it simple. So I made one specific one here, one specific one there. Got to test out some audio, and then we on, baby. We on.
It's crazy how God works.
That one thing though, like I found the action step though that I took was find the smallest thing in my process that was holding me back, and it knocked that out. So for me, like finding like the smallest thing for me. Yeah. Now it's just getting back into the software and then just saying, hey, this is me. That's it. That's all I need now. This is me. I don't need, hey, I need this to come up. Chat being here, this in there. No. Hey, I'm Vaughn J Media. Yeah. Let's play some music.
I just like think of like all the times back in my life of like trying to be perfect. And I got to tell this story because I just thought of it.
Please, please, please.
So, shout out to Miss Curtis, one of my favorite teachers of all time. I had her in
Hey,
3rd and 4th grade. That's how you know like she had a big impact on me. Like I just like love Miss
right.
Curtis to death. Like if I saw her right now, I would just give her the biggest hug.
Love
But
that. I love that.
you know how big of a perfectionist I was? So like I like when I was writing on like paper, like
Uh-huh.
my words had to be perfect. Like my letters had to be perfect. And it got to a point where she tore the erasers off of my pencils.
Wow.
And she was like, if you mess up, keep going. Like cross it out and keep going. And like to me, that's a life lesson where it's like
Yeah.
when you mess up, like it's not gonna be perfect, but like you're getting it done. But even if you do mess up, like it's okay. Like keep going.
Keep
And
going.
like that stuck with me. Like I'm 29 years old and like I still remember that. One, because I was pissed that she took my erasers.
I was about to say, I was like, but oh yeah, there
But
we go.
two, like you remember the message. Like I probably didn't understand it
Yeah.
at like age 6 or 7, but like when I look back in life, I'm just like, damn, like she just taught me one of the biggest lessons like in life, where it's like no matter
Yeah.
what happens, like you're doing it, and regardless, you're gonna have those bumps in the road, but just keep going forward because it's gonna get done. And I
I
was just
love
like,
it.
shit, you're right. Shout out to
You're
Miss
right.
Curtis. Shout out
Hey,
to Miss
shout out to
Curtis.
Miss Curtis.
She's the goat for real. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it. I love it. I
I
love
wanted to
it.
be a teacher because of her, and then I worked with like kids in like a teaching capacity, and I was like, yeah, not
You
for
said
me.
yeah.
I couldn't do the lesson plans. They just weren't. It wasn't it. No,
All
but
right.
I do want to ask everyone like a question
Mhm.
before we kind of close things out. So I had
Please.
to write it down, so I'm gonna look at it because I knew I would forget. So like
No
my question
problems.
is just like it's a call to action. So like this whole episode we've been talking about being a perfectionist and how it has its challenges and how we can kind of reframe that work. So my question for everyone is just what is one thing that you've been putting off because you wanted it to be perfect? Think about it. What is one thing that you've been putting off because you want it to be perfect, right? And when you think
Yeah.
of it, you're thinking of that one thing. Go do it. Stop. If it's a song, release it. If it's a post, post it. If it's a poem, publish it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Like that's what it comes down to. Like quit trying to perfect something because it will never be perfect. I'm sorry to break your heart, but it's the truth.
Nothing gonna tear us apart. Come on. No, let me stop. Let me stop. No, no copyright.
Nah. So I just and like my challenge to you is just do that one thing that you're trying to do perfect. But also when you're going throughout this week, live imperfectly. That's the biggest thing. Live imperfectly, live authentic to yourself, and do the things that you've been wanting to do because you have it within you. You're great. You're awesome, whether you believe it or not. And I think the thing is someone out there might think the same thing. So do what you need to do and just do it.
Just do it.
Nah, but I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. I really did not want to record a solo episode, y'all, because mentally it's just been very tough, like I said. But so I appreciate you, my guy. I
Hey, you
do
know,
so much.
always, man, always. Anytime you want me to get on with you and chop it up, it's kind of nice too to get in front of the camera again. As you know, and as everyone else know, I'm wanting to stream actually now, and so I'm like, you know what? I got to get in front of the camera more.
You gotta get
Let's
used to
do
it.
it now.
Get the Twitch going.
Shit, we might be on tonight after the food. I ain't mind even
I'm
lying.
dead. I'm like literally sweating bullets over here. Like that's one thing that like I hate when I record podcasts. Is like this ring light makes me sweat so fucking
Yes,
much. I'm
they
just
be
like,
beaming. They be beaming.
nah. But I appreciate you, man, and I appreciate all you guys for listening in. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure you stop right now. Hit that subscribe button, turn that post notification bell on so you never miss an episode, and make sure you drop a comment. What did you think of this episode? And answer that question. What is one thing you've been wanting to do, but you've been holding off because you want it to be perfect? Let us know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. It's at Ignyte Your Y. And who knows? We might follow you back. But again, I love you. Live imperfectly this week because you are great just the way you are. I love you. And always remember, guys, find your purpose, ignite your why, and we'll holler at you later. Peace.
Peace.